Recording stopped. Oh, there we go. Already set to record. All right. Happy Thursday, everybody. I hope everyone's having a splendid week. We are so excited to gather together for the first time to announce a special, awesome opportunity that we've had the chance to craft up and collaborate on. We've got Jamie Devine in the building, who is the owner and founder of Incomation. And we are going to be presenting to you guys automated prop accounts. We're very, very excited about this opportunity because a lot of you guys know that may or may not be within Mi5. We are coming from a space of being in countless opportunities throughout the years. And, our history is kind of going through this road of trial and tribulation. The ups and the downs and the all arounds, the not knowing who's behind some of the opportunities that we're hopping into, the, understanding the inner workings of opportunities for passive income vehicles, understanding exactly, which vehicles, work versus don't work, being left in the dark. But throughout the years, what we've developed and what we've created is really great relationships. And these really great relationships have helped us form the new wave of what Mi5 and all of our opportunities stand for, which is we no longer put our time, energy, or attention into things that we don't have absolute 100% reassurance and partnerships and collaboration efforts within. Super, super excited to be able to say that we've had the opportunity, to work with Jamie to create a very special custom tailored experience for these prop accounts, to be able to understand and see the face behind who's behind these prop accounts, and to be able to receive the guidance and the support and understand the vision for where Jamie wants to take this in the future and beyond. So this is a brand new thing, and we are really excited. It's been a really blast off of an experience for Jamie, because I know outside of this community, there are other communities as well that have been taking advantage of this. And I just want to really quickly, thank Jamie for his time this evening. He's actually he's over in the Philippines, I believe, hasn't slept. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning. So we really appreciate his around the clock efforts for making himself present and available so that everybody here can have access to him and ask the questions. So Jamie, thanks a bunch, man, for being here. All right. So I'm going to save him some voice. I'm going to save him some energy. I'm going to go into the prop account, and I'm going to go into the whole layout of what it is that we're presenting here. And I'm going to go into the details, because I know for some of you guys who may not be privy with the space, the word prop account or what is a prop account automation or any of this stuff may not make sense to you. So I think the best place for us to be able to start is to educate. And we are also going to go into all the different layers of this opportunity as a whole, as well as why we chose to move forward with it, why we chose to put our stamp of approval on it, why we chose to put this in front of you guys this evening, because we are people that love data, we love research and development, and we love due diligence, and we love making sure we have the checks and balances in place in order to make sure that it meets all the requirements for what we feel is a great investment. So this is why we are going into it. I do have to, kind of step by step educate those who don't know prop accounts. So please bear with me if you know what a prop account is, as I kind of break down the 101 of, the interworkings. So for those that don't know what a prop account is, let's dive into that right away. A prop account is an account that you're able to get within the market. Some of you guys may have seen the word FTMO hanging around, or Mi4 funds, or the prop challenge, or there's a bunch of different prop account companies all over the world. And these prop account companies, what they do is they give you the keys to some financial income to be able to trade and to be able to profit off of it. But they're not just going to hand over the keys to an account with a balance without knowing that they can trust you to have that balance within your account to trade. So typically speaking, if you are a financial trader in the space of Forex or commodities or things of that nature, you're able to go into these prop accounts, and there's tons of them all over the world. Like I said, multiple different companies, and you're able to actually purchase an exam, a test, much like you would purchase, I guess, a test for a certification in something else. This is like purchasing a test for a certification that you are a trader that knows how to trade and that you're a trader that can follow certain rules. But we're talking about automation here tonight. Jamie comes in for the brains and the and the genius behind not having to worry about ourselves being traders, but having systems in place that do that. So here's what it looks like, typically speaking. Let's say you go in and you get a $200,000 account. You would pay $1,000 for the test for a $200,000 account. You would go in and you would take a test. You would achieve a certain target profit on that account within a certain time frame. Once you achieve that certain target, so let's say you had a $200,000 account, they give you a demo account to prove your abilities. They don't give you the real money right up front. They just want to test you out. This is your chance to show. After you achieve a certain profit target, you've passed test phase one. I believe, Jamie, if you can just pop in real quick, is it 10%, 5%? What's the phase one? Is it 5%, 10%? No, there he is. Yeah, unmuting. You looking for the unmute button? All right, but yeah. Anyways, nevertheless, you have a certain time to pass this to pass this phase of the test. I think it's 5%, right, man? You're back on the line. All right, is it 5%?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it varies. It varies with all the firms, but
yeah.
typically 30 days you got to do 10%. Yeah.
Yeah. So again, 30 days to do 10% on the account. Now, not just do 10% on the account, but have the parameters in place, not having a lot of drawdown, meaning not going into the negative, not having too much loss. Like, you could gain that 10%, but you lost, 20% along the way. And that sets off a flag. There's all these bumpers and parameters that they kind of put you in that you have to follow into. And if you can pass the test, if you can get the thumbs up, they actually pass you on to another phase, and then you pass that part of the phase. They double check you, double verification. And then after you pass phase one and phase two of these tests, they actually hand over the keys to the account to you. You still have to follow the same rules, but they'll hand over a $200,000 account because you've proven by passing the test that you know how to trade within their parameters and you know how to trade within their risk strategy, and that they trust you to be able to have that account and to trade it. So now you have a $200,000 account that you're able to trade. Here's the deal. You still have to follow the rules with the live account with the real money, but you get to keep 80% of the profits on a monthly basis. So if your $200,000 account does 10% again in a month, well, you get to keep 10% of 200,000, 20,000, 80% of that is 16,000. We don't hit 10%. We'll go into the sort of the averages and the percentage range a little bit later, but that's just an example of how a prop account works. Now, typically speaking, with these prop accounts, you have to be an experienced trader. You have to be a person that passes the test. Well, this is where this partnership comes into play because it allows us to have access to these accounts and have no need to be the trader and no need to pass the test because Jamie's going to help us pass the test. So Jamie uses what's called a high frequency trader to pass these tests. It's basically a very smart algorithm that, places a bunch of little trades and gets the test passed. And the test is passed really quickly. I think we've seen some tests pass in, a week or less, and you get through passing the test, again, the keys to the live account. One step further, Jamie and his team have set up the ability to manage these accounts on an ongoing basis. So how are they going to manage these accounts on an ongoing basis? Well, they have an EA. For those that don't know what an EA is in the world of trading, it's an expert advisor. And this EA is tweaked and twisted and turned and set up specifically for your account by Jamie and his team. And they're able to put it onto your account so that it trades the account for you on a monthly basis. And it gets you somewhere between, let's just say on average, 1% and 4% per month. Average speaking, could be less, could be more, but let's just say that that's the target range between 1% and 4% per month. Past performance doesn't, dictate future results, but so far, Jamie's been in this business for quite some time. I'm going to have him talk about his background in a little bit, but this is what his results have been over the course of time in this space. So imagine having a $200,000 account and gaining 1 to 4% a month on it and getting to keep 80% of those profits. That's what this opportunity is all about. Although Jamie's not going to manage the accounts for free and his team's not going to work for free in setting up the EAs for you. So what it is it's actually a 50-50 profit split for these accounts after the end of the month. But the beauty about this that we love is a couple of things. Number one, these accounts are in your names. So these are going to be your names, your accounts hooked up to your bank account information, or however you decide to get paid. You're going to go open up your own test in your own name and have your own account. You're just going to give Jamie and his team the passwords to the trading account, not the account that receives the profits, the passwords to the trading account, so that he can go in and he can set up the EA on the account. So when the account makes the profits for the month, you're actually going to get paid out to you, and you're going to get an invoice to pay half 50-50 split with the trade team and yourself. So we're really excited because this, a lot of opportunities, if you've been in this space, they want you to pass over everything to them. How many investments have you guys been in where you're literally taking, a leap of faith sometimes, and handing over your money to somewhere and, running your money being paid through somewhere. The thing we love about this is it's actually coming to you. And on the honors system, Jamie's going to invoice you for 50% at the end of the month of the profits. But I'm sure if you don't pay that 50%, he's going to turn off your EA and you're going to be left, you're going to be left with a test that, but yeah, no, I mean, I think the thing that we love about this is that you have the control. The other thing we love about this is kind of the breakdown of the numbers and how it looks from a financial ROI perspective, return on investment perspective, and how fast it is and how economical it is. So for people that are within our community, you guys know that we bring you opportunities that have fast ROIs, and we bring you opportunities that we feel are very, very, sustainable options for you to put your funds in. So with this, the ROI literally could be 1, 2, 3 months, which is really great. I'm actually going to break down some numbers. I'm going to share my screen. For those that have joined us that are in the Mi5 community, welcome. For those that have joined us through either a friend, welcome. There's going to be a little bit of a different steps, for different people depending on where you've joined us from. But I do want to kind of go through Incomation's and Mi5's partnership here and kind of what this looks like. So you're able to have up to $600,000 in these prop accounts for the particular prop challenge that we're speaking of. The prop challenge that we're speaking of is a $200,000 account. I'm going to kind of go into and break out the step-by-step process of how you're going to get involved in this and what it looks like. And then I'm going to break down some numbers, and then we're going to have Jamie kind of highlight anything that I may have missed in terms of the EA and how certain things work, and add some contextual context to it and open it up for questions with you guys. So the biggest thing is there's 2 steps to this. You're purchasing a prop account from Next Step Funding. So Next Step Funding is the prop account that we decided to use. For those that don't know Next Step Funded, they're a newer company. However, we've had a couple of clients, not only with Jamie, but with some other people that we know within the industry that have been using Next Step Funded. You're going to purchase your challenge, your test from Next Step Funding. That is step 1. Step 2 is you're actually going to purchase management on the account from Jamie. So we have this nice little step-by-step web page set up. What we're going to do is we're going to drop this web page in the in the chat before the night is over. So for those of you that are joining us from Mi5 and would wish to get started, you have all the information at your disposal. You can review it. You can go over the step-by-step. We're also all here to help you guys out if you need any sort of, step-by-step assistance for Mi5 members, people that aren't in Mi5, anybody that's here this evening. So after purchasing a test, you're going to purchase management on the account. So for a $200,000 account size, you're going to pay $1,500 in management to have it set up. This is a one-time fee for the management of your account for the ability to have the EA set up on your account, for the ability to pass the test. And as you can see, you can pay either here using a credit card, or you can also pay using crypto. So two different ways for you to be able to pay. After you purchase management in your account, you fill out a form that literally just gets, Jamie to be able to manage the account for you. This is the form right here. It's just going to ask you for your password and your account number for your trading account and some other information, as well as if you pay with crypto, this is where you go. And these are the wallets that you'd be able to send your management fee to. And then Jamie gets straight to work. It's as simple as that. I want to go over some figures in terms of what's possible here so you guys can see the potential. So give me 1 second. I don't know why I stopped sharing my screen, but something happened there. But the biggest thing with this is that you have to realize, I've made a little chart here, what this looks like in terms of the money that we have. So as I mentioned, you're able to get up to $600,000 in accounts. That's 3 $200,000 accounts. For one $200,000 account, your initial investment is going to be $2,500. It's going to be $1,000 for the test, and it's going to be $1,500 for Jamie and his team to manage the account for you. For every percent that account does on a monthly basis after the profit splits, because you have to remember here, there are 2 profit splits. The first profit split is the prop account company themselves, Next Step Funding. They are going to be taking 20% of the profits. You are going to be receiving 80% of the profits. So Next Step Funding takes 20% right off the rip. And then after that, you're left with, in the example, let's just use 1% as the example. And then we can do some easy math after that. So let's say your $200,000 account does 1%. 1% of $200,000 is $1,600. Sorry, $2,000. Now, so $2,000 is 1% on a $200,000 account. 80-20 split. The prop account takes their 20%. You get to keep 80. Now you're left with $1,600 for that 1%. And then, as I mentioned, Jamie and his team take 50% of that to manage the account for you. So 50% of $1,600 is, as you can see right here in the 1% column, $800. So for every 1% that your account does on a monthly basis, the take home is going to be $800. So we average between 1 and 4% per month. Again, past performance does not dictate future results, but it could be a little bit higher than this, could be a little bit lower than this, but let's just say it averaged right in the middle. Let's say it averaged at 2%. You would be taking home $1,600 if these accounts did 2%. $1,600 off of a $2,500 investment is a pretty good take home. It's pretty stellar, considering after 2 months, if it did 2% 2 months in a row, you'd have $3,200. You'd be up $700 after just 2 months. Very, very fast ROI. And that's one of the things that checks some really big boxes for us here within our community, is because we look for things where we can get in and get out and be playing with house money as fast as possible. And if you're able to just go 2 months with this, you're already, if it hit 2% for those 2 months, you're in the green. If it hit 3% the first month, you'd be making $2,400. That's only $100 down from your initial investment. And I know that Jamie has hit 3% on accounts before, based off of a lot of the history that he's shown me. So it's this really fast opportunity to ROI yourself here. And as you can see, I did the math down below for what 2 accounts would look like. Instead of 2,500, it'd be 5,000. Let's say it did 2%. You're creating an income stream of $3,200 a month. If it hits 2% a month. If you had 3 accounts, it'd be 7,500 to get those 3 accounts started. Let's say again, it did 2%, $4,800. After a couple months, you're at $9,600. You're in the green over 1,000. if it did a 2% average on 3 accounts, and this initial investment is very, very small. In fact, Eric and I have run into, and Andrew and a couple of the other members of our community have run into prop account places that charge $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 for their accounts to be run and managed to gain 1 to 4%. So the fact that Jamie is coming in here offering this at a bargain, we're definitely appreciative of this, because instead of waiting 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 months, as you guys can see, this is a very fast ROI. And I put down below some potential of what this would look like on an annual basis. Again, potential, and everything's got the little star here because you should never invest more than you can afford to lose. And past performance does not dictate the future results. However, with the system and the culture and the person that Jamie is, as we're going to highlight that in a little bit, I think we can all see that we're building something really special here. So let's just say that you had your $200,000 account, you put $2,500 into it, and let's say it did 2% average for the whole year. It's a $19,200 profit, in terms, or a $19,200 take home, after the year, and you can see as these numbers scale up and the charts that we have here. So very, very, very cool opportunity for us to be able to share with you guys. Again, one of the biggest things that we look for in MI5 for community and for, the integrity of who we are as individuals is, number one, transparency, and how we're able to, see behind the layers of what's in place and who's behind it. And, who's the face behind it? Who's the company behind it? What type of broker are they using if it's a trading opportunity? We've learned that Next Step Funding uses a regulated broker. That's brownie points. For those that don't know what a regulated broker is versus an unregulated broker, unregulated brokers, it's like the wild, wild west. Sometimes you don't know what you're messing with. Regulated brokers have a stamp of regulation, so it allows you to know that they're compliant within the regulations of the broker. So we use, companies where we know, again, these details behind the opportunity themselves. Who's owning this company? Who's running this thing? Is it some team in China in some basement that we don't know about? No, it's Mr. Jamie over here. We can see his face tonight, and he's joining us, and we're all going to get to chat with him in a couple minutes. You get to form a relationship. You get to ask questions. You get to join his private Facebook group where everybody has been hooting and hollering and having a grand old time, celebrating kind of how fast their challenges are being passed, all of the success that has been happening within this brand new opportunity. I'm going to let Jamie speak a little bit more about the history in terms of the back testing that he's done, the time frame that he's done, how long he's been doing this for, with family, with himself, and all of that in just a second. I also just want to, highlight one more thing before I pass it over to Jamie, and that is the potential for us to be able to spread the love and share the love with our friends and family, and also receive a benefit as a result of it. If anybody knows, the ability to create an affiliate commission is the way of the future. It's the best way, word of mouth. It incentivizes people, obviously, to share something, but the thing that we hate is when the affiliate commission is the focus and the value of the product is not superior, but in fact lesser than the value of the product. And here, as you guys are going to be able to see, the real value comes from the product itself and from the ability to have these accounts yourself. But you also get some icing on top of your cake this afternoon, and maybe a little cherry on top and some whipped cream, because there is an affiliate element for you to be able to tap into. And Jamie, just to kind of speak to his character, is very generous with what this looks like. So I'm going to bring up my screen one more time and talk about affiliate commission. So as I mentioned to you guys, there's 2 profit splits. There is the profit split with the prop firm. The prop firm takes 20% and you receive 80% of the profits made on these prop accounts every month. And guys, if you were joining us late, the recording of this call is going to be placed right here where this Nature Planet Earth video is. So everyone's going to be able to come back and watch it and reference it. And we have a step-by-step click here breakdown of exactly what you need to do to get this rocking and rolling. So if you're logistically brain melted right now, don't worry about it. We've created a nice, easy page for you to follow. I know I'm spitting a ton of information. I'm sure there's going to be a ton of questions, but let's talk about the affiliate commission. So the first profit split, 80-20 split with the prop account. Then it's a 50-50 split with the trade team, with Jamie and the people that manage your account for you. 50% goes to you. 50% goes to Jamie and his team. Now, out of Jamie and his team's 50%, he is going to pay out 20% of that to yourself. If you brought somebody in underneath you, if you brought a person in and shared this with them, that is a very generous payout. Out of his side, not the client's side, you're going to receive 20% of that 50%. If, let's say, I brought my mom and my mom brought my brother, you know, whatever the case may be. We can't live in the same house, though. That's a rule. But like, let's say my brother lived across the country and my mom lived up in Maine, which she does. I brought my mom and my mom brought my brother. My brother would, you know, be my level 2. For those that aren't familiar with referral or affiliate plans, this is a 2-level system. So I could actually get 10% out of, again, Jamie's and his team's 50% profit share, not your client's profits, but the trade team's profits. He pays out 10% of the level 2s. So the people that you bring in, if they bring people in, you get 10% of what they pay out. This is 30% between the two of it. 20% for level 1, 10% for level 2. That's 30% of Jamie's 50% that he's paying out for an affiliate element to this. He's only taking 20%. What the heck, Jamie, man? Why are you taking the smaller share? You're doing all the work. I think it just kind of shows the character of who Jamie is. You know, when I saw that,
Hey, Brian, I got to cut you off, buddy. By the way, you're doing awesome. This is the easiest call I've ever had to do.
Yeah.
But just to clarify, I'm not as generous as you think, apparently, because it's 20% of the 100% we get. So
Okay.
we pay out 30% of all the revenue, both on the front end and the back end. But it's not just to clarify, it's not 30 of the 50.
Well, good to know. Yeah. Thanks for letting us know, man. So yeah, we'll redo the numbers on that and figure, but it's still very generous, 30% and 20%, right? You have to think about, you know, again, this can add up and this can create a residual income, some icing on top, some cherries on top for you for sharing this opportunity with people. And I think that that's just the biggest, and it's not coming from, again, the client side of things. It's coming from Jamie's side of things. So I think that, you know, the motto here and the, you know, a lot of people, they think when they hear affiliate commission or referral commission, they're thinking, oh my goodness, like, what is this? Is this a pyramid scheme? Is this a Ponzi scheme? Something like that? No, I mean, the math is right there, right? Like 50% of the profit split goes to Jamie and his team and 50% goes to the client. So you get your 50%, 100% whole. And then the 50% on the other side is Jamie and his teams, and he pays out 20 and 10% of that profit, of the 100% of his profit, out to the, you know, out to the people for a referral commission. So again, it's all the numbers are there. This isn't shuffling money around to pay people. Additionally, you also get 20% and 10%, correct me if I'm wrong, Jamie, on the initial purchase of the management fees for the account. So as I mentioned to you guys, it costs $1,500, you know, to have your account managed, have the EA set up on your account. Having that set up, you know, if somebody comes in and pays that management fee, you get 20% of that, which would be $300, right, Jamie, for somebody coming in, or you know, level 1, one time, again, the purchasing management, and you get 10% for level 2. You know, so again, in the example that I was using, if my brother comes in, you know, through my mom, like, you know, the levels down, you know, 10% for level 2, 20% for level 1. So I think that, you know, this is another element to it. Of course, it's just a little something extra for sharing and spreading the love. One of the things that we love about Jamie is that he is constantly researching and developing, and he's constantly testing So much so that he hasn't gone to sleep, and it's 8 o'clock in the morning. Gosh, man, you've had quite a night. But I think one of the things that we've learned about him as we've kind of gone through this journey and developing this partnership is that he does months and months and months of testing. He's thinking 10 steps ahead. He's already got three other, a lot of times people are like, well, what happens if this prop account doesn't have any more prop accounts? Well, he's already got three other prop account companies that he's working with, that he's testing out his EA on. He's testing his ability to pass the challenges so that we have other companies and other resources, because there's dozens of prop account companies out there. And one day, Jamie himself will be his own prop account. And that's really exciting too. So this is the beginning of a journey that we're going to be taking with Jamie and Incomation, because we are going to be able to see this unfold. We're going to be able to see the development of this. We're going to be able to see the enhancement of this. And the customer service is definitely top notch. And I'm going to kind of stop right there. I'm sure there's going to be tons of questions, but Jamie, if there's anything that I forgot to highlight, I'm going to turn it over to you, my friend, and we can go into questions right after that directly with Jamie. I want to thank everybody for coming out. This is definitely our first time presenting on this. So, bear with us in terms of the cohesiveness of it, but I'm trying to make it as easy as possible for everybody to understand. That's my job and role here at Mi5. But Jamie, it's all yours, bud.
Wow, Brian, I got to give you some credit, man. That literally was the easiest call I've had to do. Thanks for explaining everything perfectly. Nice to meet everyone here. Just an honor to be here, and I'll just share a bit of my background just so you understand how I got to this point, and hopefully want to take this journey with us. But 5 years ago, I got into AI trading robots, EAs, because I saw the vision of technology improving. I saw it made sense. Hedge funds and big banks were already using the technology, and I just luckily had a really good friend that I trusted bring it to my attention, and he was a really good trader, but I wasn't interested in that. When he told me that he found an AI robot, that's when I got interested, and that was quite a journey. If you've had any trading experience or anything in that world, you'll probably know that most don't work. So a lot of trial and error. A lot of robots, would work for a couple months, and we'd be on cloud nine, and then they would completely crash, and we'd lose all our money. So it was quite the roller coaster ride, to say the least. But over the years, I just luckily stuck with it. Got some really solid friends in the space that figured things out, and we did find some systems that were solid and working. And the biggest challenge that kept coming up as we had these systems creating profits for us was most people didn't have like a whole lot of capital to make it exciting. So to give you an example, like a solid robot we'd have would do about 5% a month, and which was awesome. We thought it was amazing. Hard to find returns like that anywhere when it's completely automated. And what we saw was a lot of people only had $1,000, $2,000 to put in it, and then it's like, well, 5% of that isn't very much. It was barely covering, the subscription bill or your internet bill. But then we had other people that they had 100,000, they had 200,000, they had 500,000 in the exact same product, and now they're making thousands of dollars in residual income, and that's where it got really exciting for us. But it wasn't until last October that I discovered these prop firms. And to be clear, that's short for proprietary trading firm, and they've been around for decades. They're traditionally the people on Wall Street that would hire traders, or they would train traders to manage their large funds. And so it really wasn't until the last couple of years that they all went virtual. They created these online challenges, opened the door to everyone and anyone that could prove themselves to pass these challenges. And of course, having all this experience in the AI trading space for so many years, that was the first thing I thought. It was like, wow, if we could make our robot work on that, like, we're set. And of course, like a whole bunch of trial and error on that too, right? There was a bunch of people that claimed that they could pass, and we paid them thousands of dollars and they couldn't. And then there's a couple that did, and then they claimed that they could be the master trader managing it, and then they lost our accounts. And so, there was a whole bunch of that, and which really drove me to figure out what actually did work and just figure out all the pieces of the system, which I found not many people, like no one had at the time. They had one piece, either they could pass or they could manage, but they couldn't do both. Like there wasn't a fluid system. And so I really just went on like mad scientist mode for the last few months. Didn't eat much, didn't sleep much, and started getting my own accounts, helped a few buddies, and I'm settled here in the Philippines now, like basically semi-retired. I was just looking at, oh yeah, well, I'll get 10 of these and chill, go off grid. That was my plan at first, but of course, as I helped my buddies, they wanted, their cousin and their mom to have one, and next thing you know, this passive income thing has become the most active thing I've ever done. So it was just this month, there's like 3 weeks ago, that we officially opened things up to everyone, and it's been wild. It's just this last weekend we processed 200 accounts that are going through passing, and so like scaling all of that and managing and all of that's been quite interesting and exciting. And but we've learned a lot, and I'm sure there's a bunch of you that have different levels of experience, but I'm sure you have a lot of questions. So let's just open that up, and I'll go as deep as you want me to on all the intricacies and whatever you're interested in.
And before you do, Jamie, first I want to just say how authentic. I mean, gosh, man, just your journey and the way you speak. This is one of the things that made us love our relationship with Jamie, is just his transparency and his authenticity. But I do want to say that although I worded the referral thing incorrectly, my math is still correct. So I do want to bring up the screen real quick to show people, and so that we have it on the video. So with that being said, these charts that you guys saw before are in fact correct. So if level 1, 20% affiliate commission, if one account comes in underneath you, you're going to get $300 for the first time bonus. Again, from their management fees of $1,500, you get 20% of that. That's 300. And for every 1% a month that those accounts underneath you do per month, you're going to get $160. That's the way that the math works out. I just doubled and triple checked that. So these charts are here also just to see kind of the potential again of not only sharing this so people can have their own accounts and they can benefit from receiving, passive income, but also just a little special thank you from Jamie and his team for helping grow and scale his dream here. So, you can see I kind of did it for 1 account, 5 account, 10 accounts, 20 accounts. Like, let's say you just had 10 friends that wanted to take advantage of this, or even, 5 friends that wanted to buy 2 accounts each. Because again, remember, these are the amount of accounts, and you can have up to 3 accounts per person. Well, 10 accounts underneath you is a $3,000 worth of starter commissions, because that'd be 300 times 10. And let's just say they did 2% for the month. That's an additional $3,200 a month in affiliate commissions that are coming your way. If they all did an average of like 2%. So really cool opportunity. And that's just level 1. Let's say all the 10 of those people brought 10 people as well. Level 2 is half of that. So that's another 1,600. It can definitely be a lucrative opportunity, again, for sharing the love, in addition to receiving the profits of your own accounts that you guys can manage. But yeah, we'll definitely open up things for questions. Feel free to pop off mute. I do see that there's 22 comments here in the chat. So I'm going to kind of, before we open it up for questions, see if there's anything inside of here that needs to be addressed for us first, Jamie, and then we can kind of fire through them. So let's see, up to 90% in phase 1. Okay, Brandon.
Only the last 3 are questions.
Yeah, cool. All right. So Jared, hey guys, got a couple questions. Looking for some specific clarity. What is the earning potential for the system? The returns are every month. Question mark. The funds are secured in our own trade account, so we have control over those profits. Question mark. Jamie, you want to dive into that?
Yeah, good question. So, yes, number one, the account is in your name. You sign up for the prop firm, you get the account details. You're just submitting those to us for us to pass the challenge for you. It happens in 3 phases. So the first phase, we have to pass the challenge. Second phase, we have to verify, do another challenge. The third phase is when they give you the real live account. And again, you just submit that to us to put on our system on the back end. As Brian said, it takes us roughly 2 weeks turnaround to pass the challenges, get the funded account in your hands. And then our past averages he went over a few times has been 2 to 4%. I've definitely pushed it to do higher on my own, but being so responsible for so many people, we want to go on the ultra conservative side as well. And also remember, it's not your capital that we're making those returns on. So as Brian showed you, it's like you can really in a month or two have 100% return on your money. So some people think, oh, well, 2 to 4%, that's not very much, but it's like, well, it is when it's not your few 100,000.
Absolutely. Next question is, how are taxes handled? I don't want to pay the 50% that I'm not getting. It was mentioned that it was in our name, so I'm not sure how to take it, question mark.
Yeah, great question. So most of the firms work with a company called Deal, DEEL, and that's who does the payouts. They're if you haven't heard of them, they're like a PayPal, but they focus on global compliance, like agreements and payrolls and stuff like that. So you do an agreement with the firm. You can do that in your personal name. You can do it in a company name. They send the payouts to you, 100% to you, and then through that same platform Deal, our company invoices you for the 50%. And that way it's a complete write-off. You're not liable for any taxes or anything like that.
All right. Great answer there. And I believe also, if I'm not mistaken, Jamie, you have the opportunity to be paid out in crypto.
You do, yeah. Deal has, I think they're up to about 10 different withdrawal methods, crypto being one of them, bunch of different wallets, bank transfer, of course. They got PayPal, they got Wise. Really, anything you could think of is on there.
So yeah, if you're privy with some of the methods of moving crypto, you could also take advantage of that. Next question is, since the prop firm you're using is fairly new, what due diligence have you done on them? How do we know they will pay out, and how long have they been paying out?
Yeah, great question. First of all, this whole space is really new, so even the oldest challenge firms are really less than 2 years old. But next up, they popped up January is when they launched, and they have a really solid partnership with a company called 8Cap. That's the broker. So they're regulated out of Australia, and they're the ones that handle the funds. So that's a really solid broker. We knew of them even before. I have recently got connected to the owner, but I do want to make really clear to you guys as well that that's really the biggest risk that we're taking, because we're really at this point 100% on our system. Like, we guarantee our passing. If something happens that we totally failed on you, we would buy your next account and pass that for free, or we'd give you your money back. Like, we're really confident on our side. We know our EA works. We know we'll get profits on the account. The biggest risk, to be totally transparent with you guys, is the firms, because I'm not sitting in that chair in control of those payouts. And so even if the firm is legit, even if they've been around a long time, at any time they could go under. At any time they could decide not to give you a payout. So that is the risk you're taking. And again, even if we got a loss on the account, you're not liable for any losses. So what you are risking is that initial challenge fee that you pay to the firm. And so I just want to be clear with that. So the way that we get around it is, of course, I'm getting connected to the owners. I'm getting relationships in the industry. As Brian mentioned, I'm in the process of becoming our own firm. So I'm actually writing those checks, and that's a different story. As well as tomorrow, actually Saturday for me, going to be opening up 2 more firms to the community too, just to mitigate our risk. So that's our plan around it, is multiple accounts with multiple firms. And I
Yeah.
just want to be really clear, as solid as they are to us now, things could change at any point.
And Jamie, you have received payouts from Next Step, and there's obviously the program is 3 weeks old, so the people that have jumped in here haven't received their payouts yet, but some people are getting close. But you've received payouts yourself. We've got friends in the space that have used Next Step ourselves, for their own challenges. We know a lot of different traders, and they've received payouts. So yeah, as Jamie said, this is the biggest risk, is the prop accounts themselves. But I think it's important to note, again, we'll always be transparent and keep it real with you guys. With such a fast ROI, be smart, with how you play this system. You're going to have an ROI in 1 or 2 months. Don't if all you can afford to put up for risk is one account for $2,500, again $1,000 for the challenge, $1,500 for the management fees. Don't sit there and drain your life savings to open up 3 accounts and throwing it all on black. Maybe just start with 1. If you can afford to start with 2 or 3 because you have extra investment money. I know a lot of people within our community are making 5 figures a month through various investment streams. By all means, like, you can do. We had a gentleman earlier today, who did do 3. He was capable of it, but don't put up more. Have a strategy. Take the profits, spend some of the money, put it into the other investments, whatever the case may be. Is, as Jamie said, he's having some other prop accounts come online over this weekend. Well, now you're going to have 2, 3, 4 different companies that you can have these challenges on, and you can have these accounts on. So, maybe instead of getting 3 with just one company, maybe you get 1 with one company, another one with another company, another one with another company. Now you have 3 different companies, and if one of them, like Jamie says, goes belly up for these prop accounts, again, they're using regulated brokers. People are getting paid, but you do never know. I mean, look at what just happened to SVB, right? The world is a crazy place. Major banks, all sorts of things. Like, we don't know what can happen. But again, what makes this so attractive to us is the very fast ROI. Within a month or 2, you're in the green. If it's a 2% average. So that's why we like that. I'm going to keep on going down with questions, and then we'll let people come off mute and ask their questions there. Okay. So 2 to 3 weeks out, the account after phase 2 is passed, question mark, Jamie?
Sorry, I was reading another one popped up. What was the question?
Yeah. Okay. So 2 to 3 weeks, the account is after phase 2 is passed, correct?
Yeah, so phase 1 will take us about a week. Phase 2, same thing, and then within a couple days, you'll be signing off on your funded account.
Cool.
So around 2 weeks total.
How long have you been using the EA? Has it proven itself various market conditions? Do you tweak it every month as the market conditions change?
Yeah, that's a really great question. Someone with experience.
Absolutely.
So yeah, so I had an EA that I'd been using for a couple of years. It was solid and hadn't gone under the requirements needed for the prop firm, and unfortunately found out it was doing a couple strategies that a lot of the firms don't like. So I wasn't able to use that, and I had to go on this like wild goose chase, which brought me to the most impressive guy I've ever met in the industry. He showed me 10 years of data of him developing his EA, and
Wow.
every month or two, doing an update for everyone. So that was really impressive to me. And then as of last October, he tweaked some things, added some certain settings to like really design it for prop accounts. That's when I got on with it. So it's been a couple months for me. I've stress tested it. I've done, everything I need to do on my end. Plus we do have the data. If anyone wants, an FX book, we can share some data, but yeah, he's been really impressive. He's a massive partnership for us. So I'm working directly with the developer on that. He supports us every day. I'm back and forth in email. He's tweaking strategies and doing updates for the market conditions. And that's really the most valuable part of our system is that partnership.
And to add on that, Jamie sets these EAs up on every single account personally, and he sets them up different for every single account. So every account's going to have different settings, different, maybe even currency pairs and things of that nature. A lot for those that know this space, they know that you can't copy trade in the prop accounts. You can't have like a group of like 20 people that all take the same trades. That can flag up these prop accounts to disqualify you from being able to trade the accounts. Well, we get around that, and Jamie gets around that because we're not copy trading. We're taking different trades on different accounts with different settings with the same EA slightly modified. So that's a good note to add there. Next question is, so if we come to a person's so if it were to come to a person's bank account, is it an ACH deposit or a wire transfer?
With Deal, I believe they actually offer both. I don't really understand the difference. That's more of a, I'm a Canadian. We don't have those.
Yeah.
We
Nevertheless, you
mostly
can
do
get it to
either
your bank
e-transfer.
account or you can get it in crypto.
Yeah, I mean, if it's, I
That's a
don't
very
know
specific
what the
question,
difference of.
Sharon. We know Sharon. We're just going to pull her leg. She's asking that because of a good buddy of ours, Mike LaPena, who went on back and forth for a month over ACH and wires. Probably shout out to Mike in the daily.
Oh, that's
All
funny.
right. Up next. So the first payout is 5 to 6 weeks from start? Question mark. Could be a little bit
Yeah.
longer, I guess, based off of passing tests. It could be 6 to 7 weeks, but I guess for the most part, 5 or 6 weeks.
Yeah, around 6, because it'll take 2 weeks to pass, and then they want 30 days of trading in order to qualify the payout. So 6
Yeah.
weeks.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then someone answered that for them. Good. Awesome. So all the questions have been answered inside of the chat. Again, this is a very open environment for everybody. Feel free to come off mute. Feel free to ask questions. And, the floor is all yours.
Thanks very much, Brian and Jamie. That was excellent presentation. And you answered some of my questions already, so I don't need to retaliate about these. But I do have a problem with the next step funding, because unfortunately I have a problem with them as we speak. So I have to rely on a new or a different prop firm to join this venture. And
what's your problem with next step funding currently, Michael?
Well,
Yeah, what happened?
I purchased a 200,000 account, and something went wrong between my name and my email. All the trading didn't reach next step funding, and after 3 weeks of zero trading, they disqualified me. So
now, are you trading the account yourself, Michael?
No, I wasn't trading the account myself. So now I'm fighting with them to reactivate the account, which never took a single trade. How can you disqualify me if I didn't?
Well, that's because the timer counts on these challenges the second you purchase it. So, and I think that I know what you're talking about. I think you enlisted somebody else to, that didn't end up doing what they said they were doing.
Well, they did it with other clients. It happened. My name and my email didn't match somehow, and therefore I am now in a limbo with the next step funding. So I can't join or I can't purchase.
Well, yeah, because you already have an open account and you're just doing a case. So when Jamie launches off the other props this weekend, we'll get you into those.
Please. Yeah. Thank you very much. That's all that I needed. And I just want to stress with Jamie, we are going to join an expert advisor, but it is a monitored and supervised, because he already said an expert advisor can work brilliantly for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and then one day you wake up and your whole account is gone.
Yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong, Jamie, but all of these EAs are set up with stop loss protection. And they can not lose more than, is it 1% in a day on the account? Is that what it's targeted at?
On passing, we have it at max drawdown 1%, but no, the EA on the back end is a swing trader, so it hasn't hit it yet, but we just put an equity stop at 4.3 so that it never hits the 5% and loses the account.
Yeah. So the EA has a safety net. For those that don't know what a stop loss is, a safety net, it's physically impossible for it to lose more than 4.3% of the account. And the prop company will allow a 5% drawdown. So it's got a 0.7% safety buffer there, which is a smart way to manage these accounts, just to be able to, again, keep a safety net. And what Jamie's team does, he explained it to us, because you're probably wondering, how does one man do all of this? Well, he's definitely the brains behind it and the owner behind it, but he's hired a team of people that will oversee a handful of accounts each, that go in there every day and monitor it, make sure the EA is performing as it's expected to perform. If anything goes wrong, or if it stops taking trades, it does hit the drawdown, whatever the case may be, which hasn't happened yet. Because again, we heard the brilliant story of the developer he's working with the EA, but again, you have to have SOPs in place for being able to respond to things, that his team will go directly to him, and he'll go in and he'll either reset up the EA, tweak it, modify it, get things rocking and rolling, and go back from there. So that's another thing there. So another question that popped in is, usually prop firms don't let anyone go to more than 10 business. Okay, yeah, that's addressing Michael. Yeah. So just so everyone's clear, Michael's request, or Michael's dilemma is unique to him, just because it seems like he had another trader, not Jamie's team, trying to manage the account that never did the trading. We have Robert asking, just so I understand, the prop accounts get 20%, and then Incomation gets 50% of the remaining 80%. Is that, then we get what's left? Is that correct? Is it 50-50 on the 80%? That you receive as a client? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the firm will take their cut off the top, and then whatever the client receives, we just go 50-50. Yeah.
That's right. So 50% of whatever the client receives. So the easiest way to math this, guys, is for every $200,000 account that you have, for every 1% a month that it does, you're gonna take home $800. That's the easiest way to math this inside of your brain, that everyone can remember, and that's on our website, which I'm going to drop here in a little bit.
Well, Brian, there may be a better way to say it, and that is 20% goes to the prop firm, 40% goes to Jamie and his team, and 40% go to the individual. 20, 40, and 40.
Yep. That's one way to look at it. Whatever way you want to slice it, whatever way makes sense for your brain. I'm ADHD, so I do math in weird ways. You guys ever see that like meme where it's like how ADHD people do like 100 plus 38? It's just like, oh, we take 20 and add it to 100 and then add 18 to the 2 minus. so forgive me and my hyper brain, but yeah, that's a great way to put it as well, Michael. Perfect. All right, what other questions do we got, guys? Ooh, quiet group. There's 35 of us. And anybody questions, feel free to come off. We definitely want to ask all. All right. When's Jamie's ETA on starting his prop account? That's a question that came through.
Well, I like to under promise and over deliver, but we're looking at about a 4-week window right now.
Wow, that's soon, huh?
Yeah.
Wow, that's fast. We were hoping by the end of the year, but hey, 4-week window to start your own prop account. Cool. Yeah. So, I mean, this is, again, guys, an awesome opportunity. We're with somebody that's going to take the reins so that we don't have that level of risk of dealing with a prop account company, because that's, again, the only risk I think that's in place right now. And actually being a part of, somebody who's going to have their own prop account, their own EA, and all of the things in place to be able to have full control over this. So this is a really awesome, that gets me excited. Let's see. Cool. Michael said, let him know and he'll join then. Cool. Any other questions, guys? Anything at all, please, pick this apart. We do our due diligence. We sat and poor Jamie, we sat for probably like an hour or two, like asking him every question from every angle. Then we followed up with several other phone calls. A good buddy of ours introduced us to Jamie, Ryan Farmer, who I believe is also on the call. So really just, dig, because we encourage everybody to do what we do, which is like, you need to just know the facts. And I know some of you guys may be new to the world of passive investments and things like that and passive income, but we're no strangers to it here at Mi5. The leadership is very, very thorough and very diligent. with poking and prodding and, doing back research and looking through all the layers. So we really, really do encourage as many questions as you want to make you feel comfortable. Will there be a max amount of stacking accounts on this firm? Yes, you can only have 3 accounts, as I mentioned before. So $600,000 worth of accounts for this firm. You can get other accounts with other firms. So that's the cool part about Jamie diversifying into other firms as well as having his own firm, is that you'll be able to have multiple accounts in one firm and then multiple accounts in another firm. You really could turn this into having multiple millions of dollars worth of prop accounts across multiple firms. And it now what is 1 to 4% look like on multiple millions of dollars worth of money being managed. So it's definitely got some great potential. We actually have a couple friends that have several $1,000,000 in prop accounts that, and they trade it themselves. They're good traders, but that make, somewhere between 4 and 6% a month, and they're trading it themselves, and they've got 2, 3, 4 million amongst the group of them. So it's really there's really some power in trading other people's money here, and we definitely love the capability to create some nice passive income. Sorry, will there be a max on Jamie's new firm? Jamie, I think the legal amount is $1 million, isn't it?
I don't have those exact details yet, but you guys will be first to know.
Yeah, I don't know if prop accounts can give out more than $1 million, Adam, legally per account. So, but yeah, more details to come on that. How often can we withdraw from the account to our bank? I believe it's monthly. Yeah.
Yeah, depending on the firm, they have different schedules. Some of them are competing with each other. Like one I know of that we're starting is every 21 days, but most of them will do a month out of the gate, and then they change it usually to bi-weekly.
Yep. So at the beginning, you're looking at a monthly withdrawal, and then could be less as 2 weeks with some of these prop accounts. Any other questions from y'all?
So is it mostly scalping?
The EA?
So
Yeah.
yeah, good question. So on the front end, on the pass, we use a high frequency trader. So it's doing arbitrage. That's why it's so fast. We get about 1 to 3% per day on that. And that's why we can pass the challenges so quick. And then the EA has a multiple different strategies, but it's a swing trader. So it's days out at a time.
Okay, thanks.
No trading.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So just to be clear, every time that you open a new company, we're able to have 3 accounts per company. Is that what I understand?
Different amounts for different prop accounts. Some of them will let you have up to $1 million. I've seen some that will let you max out at $500,000. So this particular one is $600,000 currently worth of accounts that you can have. Will Jamie be his own liquidity provider once he starts his firm?
That's funny. Well, that will be one of the providers, yes, but we'll definitely have multiple A-book liquidity providers.
Which, for those that don't know, A-book liquidity providers is the best type of liquidity provider, because you cannot manipulate the markets. It's straight raw, right off of the market. A-book liquidity providers are the way to go. Cool. What other questions can we answer for all you fine folks? You guys hear the geese in the background? They're like coming by my window. They're so loud. All right. We got, instead of crickets, it's geese.
I have one last question.
Yeah.
Let's say somebody doesn't have the money to start, but he knows 10 people who do. Your affiliate program, does that help them to get started? So let's say they register, they ask for an affiliate link, but they haven't signed in with their 2,500.
Correct.
Will they still be able to be an affiliate for the other people who want to join, or would they have to wait to sign in and then be an affiliate for the other people?
Great question.
me to
Yes,
take that,
you can become an affiliate before having an account. We've actually had a couple people do this today. So yeah, that's a great, for those that may not be able to afford 2,500 off the rip to get their accounts. You could become an affiliate, and 2, 3, 4 of your friends come in, and you'll be sitting pretty. I do want to point out, I'll bring it up on the screen share again. We actually have a link right down here on the bottom of the webpage, for becoming an affiliate. You just click this link here and you can become an affiliate. We also have testimonies, which is in the Facebook group. And then there's also a Facebook chat. So you can join the community and see all of the people that have been, again, 2-3 weeks into the system, their tests being passed. There's a lot of really fun, I'll actually do this real quick here. I just realized I'm on the website builder, not so much my actual website. So let me just type in. The actual website is the mi5movement.com. You're going to come over here to this opportunities tab, click prop firm accounts. I'm going to unpassword this after our call. I have it password because we didn't launch it off yet. So I'm going to take this here link for you guys and post it in the chat. For those that are watching this evening, this is the link that you'll use to be able to go through, again, step by step in this process. If somebody brought you to this call tonight, please make sure you use their affiliate link after they sign up or they become an affiliate first. But if you're brought here organically through Mi5, or if you know us directly, myself or Eric, then you can definitely, use, or you're an Mi5 member, you can definitely use this here process. So going through, why is it loading? Down at the bottom, I just wanted to show, view testimonies. You can actually come in here. And there's this Facebook group with 617 members. Holy moly, you're growing over there, Jamie. And you can see all of the, again, people passing their tests and all of the, Jamie's very, very communicative in here. There's lots of data, lots of testimonies, lots of people enjoying the product and enjoying what's being built here. So we're really, really excited to kind of, express and show this and share this with you guys as well. A couple of questions coming through the pipe. Nope, maybe I just got somebody asked if Grand Rising Financial loans for this, correct? We don't offer loans, but the lines of credit, for those of you who know Grand Rising Financial, our funding brokerage, yeah, you could use that. You get lines of credit for your business, so you could use those credit cards to purchase the challenge as well as the test. So you can definitely do that. Somebody asked what the terms of Grand Rising Financial are. Andrew's taking care of that. Thank you so much. Because we do like to use other people's money here at Mi5, and we have our funding brokerage that offers newer existing businesses 0% interest lines of credit from $50,000 to $250,000. So many of these clients here tonight that I see actually in the Zoom that have used us and obtained over $3 million in funding for our clients within the last 6 months. So got a little chance to plug our funding brokerage in here tonight too. That's grandrisingfinancial.com. You can definitely check that out as well if you're into learning about how to use other people's money and creating a credit profile for yourself.
Just don't forget that it's only in the US for now.
Don't forget it's
Sure.
only in the US for now, Mrs. Teresa, who's in Canada, but we shall be moving to other countries all over the world. And we have relationships and partnerships forming right now to take it outside the boundaries of the US. So definitely, speaking of only US, next step is something that can be enjoyed worldwide, correct, Jamie? So
Yeah, no restrictions on that.
yeah, so just so you guys know this, next step in this whole prop account thing, it is able to be taken advantage of worldwide. What other questions can we do for you guys? All
Did you
right.
say Forex, indices, stocks, crypto, everything, or?
I think it's mainly just like Forex and indices. Would it, does it do
What
anything
do we
else?
trade? Is that the question?
Yeah.
Yeah, most of the majors, Forex majors, and a few crosses.
Okay.
Yeah.
No crypto.
No crypto, no. Sometimes
Okay.
we do micro trades on the weekend to overcome the minimum trading rule, but that's about it.
Sure.
Cool. So mainly Forex. Anything else, guys? Let's poke and prod. By all means, peel back the layers. We're here to make sure that there's as much transparency as possible for people. I posted the link in the chat again for all you guys to be able to see the step-by-step on our website. For those of you that are our leaders that we know have friends and family that they've brought to this call tonight, make sure you reach out to us directly. We're going to put together, we've already started it. It should be done tonight. We have a little step-by-step for you to be able to send to your people with your own links in it. So we'll have that available as a resource as well. Let's see. Jamie said new prop firms will be available tomorrow. Is that correct, Jamie?
Yeah, we have a launch call at 11 a.m. Eastern.
Yep.
And that's open to the public. They want to jump on.
So
Totally.
you can join the Facebook group on the link that we sent up above, and you can see the details for the launch call in there. So you guys can pop on that, and we'll update, we'll update everything accordingly. The password's not going to be, what's the password for the access page? Nicholas asked. So I'm going to remove that password. I can even do it right now. The only reason that password is there right now is because we don't have this video posted on that website. So let me just remove that so that we don't have any, boundaries for you guys. So that you guys know that the link works. I'm going to remove that in 2 seconds. But yeah, I think that the important thing to note here, I'm going to kind of go through it one last time here as as you guys rack your brains if there are any questions. All right, there's no password any longer on that. Just so that you guys know, the link is open now. There's no password. It's ready to rock and roll. But the ease of steps here in terms of getting started, just to kind of go through it one last time again as you guys rack your brain for questions, is what you're going to do is you're going to reach out to the person that invited you here tonight, or you're going to come to the Mi5 website, go to prop firm account with Incomation right here. Once you're here, this right here, this green button right at the top, this is a step-by-step video that I did that walked you through the whole process. But really, it's only a few steps. Step 1, you're going to purchase a prop account. You can do that by clicking on this link right here. Step 2, you're going to purchase management on your account. You're going to click this link right here and purchase management. And then step 3, we're going to submit the form to our friend Jamie to be able to know your information and your password that you're going to get emailed from your prop account. From Next Step, they're going to email you your account number and your password. You're going to fill out this form so that him and his team can get trading. That's it. It's really 3 steps. It's super simple. 1, 2, 3, bang, bang, bang. Again, for every $200,000 account that you get, you're going to have to buy a challenge. It's $1,000. And you're going to have to buy management, which is $1,500 per $200,000 account. So together, it's a $2,500 investment to receive a $200,000 account. And every 1% that account does, the take home will be $800 per month after all the profit splits. So that's just the high level overview for people that may have missed it or, just want the really simple version because I'm Italian and I talk a lot and ramble for a while, but that's the basic. We got a couple more questions maybe in here. Do you guys have any data from other prop firms that you've used on another broker? It's a good question. I'm going to add the FX book screenshots and stuff on our website too. Now that I think about it, I'll update that on there so you guys can see the data from the EA that Jamie has. But yeah, Jamie, do you want to field that last one?
Yeah, plenty of data from the EA on other brokers for sure. As far as my prop journey, got started with First Class, so that was on 8cap as well. So I personally just been running it on 8cap broker.
Cool. My Forex friends likes to manipulate these props. Try that as well. We can also pay the management fee with crypto, correct? Yes, we can pay the management fee, can be paid with crypto or credit, and you can also pay your test, your exam in either crypto or credit. So if you guys are crypto peeps, which I know some of you guys are, everything can be paid for in crypto and paid out in crypto. So you can choose what method of payment you want to use. So I see. My Forex friends like to manipulate, will these prop accounts try that as well? So Riley, because they are regulated and, having that A-book regulated broker status, the manipulation is not there. What other questions do we have from peeps? Ooh, not too many questions tonight. That's okay. You know what? I think we did a very good job at explaining it, Jamie. High five, man. We rocked and rolled it. Guys,
That was all you, man.
Yeah, thanks so much, man. We try to make it simple. I overanalyze, guys, for those that don't know me, my name's Brian Davis. I'm from Boston, Massachusetts. We're very transparent here at Mi5. We're on a mission to help individuals create financial time freedom through passive income vehicles and becoming the best version of yourself. And by doing that, we feel like more people should be out doing what they love every day. I'm a blessed individual to be a job-free entrepreneur that gets to go as I please, do as I please, and have as I please. And we feel like the more people that are living out their passion and doing what they love, the better universe we're all going to have. And the more value that I can provide to the universe and the more impact that I can make on people is really what sets my soul on fire every day. And I know, just in the short time that I've met Jamie, there's a reason that the universe brought us together here, because this guy is around the clock, a servant leader, and someone that's really great to have partnered with. And we're really excited for the future and everything that we've got here in this partnership, because we know this is just the very beginning of a journey that's going to be very, very magical. And we're very appreciative of it. So thanks for coming, Jamie. We appreciate you staying up all night for us, man. You got to get some sleep, go hit the pillow. I want to thank everybody for popping in tonight. I'm going to post the link one more time if you missed it in the chat for our website to go through the step-by-steps. Reach out to the person that invited you to this call to get their link, or reach out to us directly. You can reach us, directly at the Mi5 Movement Facebook page. Let me put that on there just in case some of you guys want to reach out to us there, because, we want to make sure that we're accessible for anybody and everybody that needs assistance, because we love serving you guys and we love helping people out. So let me just put the Mi5 Movement Facebook page on, and then we will be ready to rock and roll. It's literally facebook.com/the Mi5 Movement, but here it is in the chat if you guys want to grab it. For customer support, any sort of support, we're here for you. We're here to help. And I really do want to thank you guys a lot for coming by. And let's see, it looks like you're wearing a suit, got a date tonight. Andrew. Andrew's just always looking fresh. Andrew's about to give a TED talk, actually. We're going to switch over to our mindset mastery call. So thanks everybody for coming out tonight. Appreciate you all. Much love. Let's have a good one. Take care, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Great call. Thanks, everyone.
Great job, guys.
Yeah.
Really great job.
Brian, you killed it.
Thanks, man. Let's hop on over to the mindset mastery. Andrew, I'll see you over there. Let's pop.